in our last class? Ready for shootout? Okay. So when I create a load balancer, you can access the load balancer using what? Using DNS name. Using what? DNS name. And that DNS name looks nicer, nastier. Nasty. So if you want to do the makeup for that, where do you do? Route 53. So what is Route 53? It's a DNS service from AWS. So why we call it as 53? Because it's a port number. Which port number? Whose port number? DNS port number. So DNS port number is 53. That's why we call it as Route 53. Okay. And what do we create in Route 53? Route 53 contain what? Records. Route 53 contain what? Records. Okay. And then we discuss about the VPC. VPC is regional or global? VPC is regional. Okay. And how many VPCs you can create per region? Maximum 5 VPCs. 2 VPCs can talk to each other by default? No. And every region has a default VPC. AWS is providing a default VPC. Okay. And then I have a company and AWS. How are you connecting from company to AWS? Using? You should say VPN. Using VPN. So no one is care about shared internet concept. Okay. So you should say, how are you connecting from company to AWS? Using VPN. And that VPN is on shared internet. So if some customer says that I don't want VPN, I want to have a direct dedicated connection, then what do you do? What is the service that you use? Direct Connect. Fantastic. So Direct Connect is cheaper or costlier? It's very costly. Okay. And then we discussed about CloudFront. So assume that I have my application in Mumbai region. Assume my application is in Mumbai region. And from India, I'm getting low latency, but I'm getting high latency across the world. So how do you resolve this? Using CloudFront. Using CloudFront. What does the CloudFront has? Edge locations. What does the CloudFront has? Edge locations. And what do we create in CloudFront? Distribution. What do we create? Distribution. What do we create? Distribution. So while creating the distribution, we'll give the origin details. We'll give the origin details. And then once you create the distribution, your application data will be cached in all the edge locations. What does edge location will do? Edge location will cache. Edge location will cache. And can you tell me edge locations is completely managed by AWS. Edge location is managed by AWS. Okay. So edge location also has a nasty URL or not? Yes, edge location also have a nasty URL. And for how much time the data is cached? Based on what? TTL. Based on TTL. What is TTL? Time to live. Okay. And if you want to delete the cache, invalidate the cache, invalidate cache. And CloudFront is global or regional? Global. CloudFront is global. Fantastic. CloudFront is global. So this is what we have discussed, correct? Fantastic. Route 53 is also global, guys. Route 53 is also global. Did I tell you this? No, please write down your book. Route 53 is global and CloudFront is also global. Yes, another question. CloudFront cache only static data, dynamic data, or both? Both. Okay. Edge locations are completely managed by AWS, no? So whether it is virtual, physical, we don't care. We don't even see, we don't even select, we don't do anything. AWS is saying, Babu, all your data is stored in the, is cached in the edge location. That's it. But actually, those edge locations are also servers. That definitely that will be virtual logic in the back. Okay, so let me share my screen quickly. First SQL will hit Ravi origin, and then it'll go to the edge locations. Okay, Nana. Let me ask you a question now. Do you all agree that? Do you all agree that? Can you close the door? Don't know. Enough. Thanks. So, do you all agree that we all need to do the practicals? Definitely, yes. Where do we do the practicals? AWS console, laptop, lab. Okay. Okay, from the AWS console. So AWS console meaning, guys, if you need to have a Gmail account, if you need to have a Gmail email ID, what you need to create an account or not? And if you need to access Facebook, you need to create an account or not? And if your favorite Instagram, you need to create an account or not? So for everything, you need to create an account. Similarly, we also need to create an account in AWS. We also need to create an account in AWS. So what we need to do is we need to create an account, and that account is 1 year free. 1 year free. Assume that. So, okay, now everyone will go and create the AWS account. Yes or no? It's very easy. Did anyone told you how to create a Facebook account? Did anyone told you how to set up a Gmail? Did anyone told you how to create accounts in different websites? To subscribe? But if I ask you to create AWS account, you will ask, sir, how? Nothing. Go to Google. Just type AWS console sign up. That's it. And you will get the link, click on it, and then give first name, last name, everything, give it. And the thing is here, when you're setting up the AWS account, it will ask your card details. It will ask the card data. Till now you are happy. When I say card details, then you'll say, what's no problem. AWS will charge you only 2 rupees. How much? Only 2 rupees. And if you follow me, I will be telling you what to create, what not to create. I'll be telling you what to select, what not to select. So if you follow me, you don't get the bills, but maximum to maximum for the entire course, assume you might get a bill less than 100 rupees. That I can say. If you follow me. If you are a sugar patient, I don't, right? So because most of the people, what they have is they'll go and click that, then go and do that, and they'll go and do no. So whatever I'm telling you, do that. And when you want to do explore things, that also I'll tell you, you will do it. But please don't. Okay, you can explore things, but when before exploring, please check whether the service is billable or free. I'll take care of that, no problem. And another thing also, Naresh IT is also providing a sandbox for you, right? So you will get also the sandbox, right? You'll also get the sandbox. Apart from that, isn't it better to have your own accounts also? Your own personal account? See, because don't worry, I'll tell everyone, Ruhan, Son, everyone. Because Naresh IT is providing you with an extended help for all the students. So they are providing the sandbox. Sandbox, nothing but Naresh IT is providing the account for you. So you need to go and do the AWS console lab in the Naresh IT account. So you don't need to worry about anything billing. Do you need to worry about that? Because who is handling that? Naresh IT is handling. And you don't really worry about that. Yes or no? Huh? If it is your home, you will be very safe. If you're in other home, what will you do? Generally, what will you do? You'll do nasty things or not? Yes or no? You go to your friend's house. Let's say you have a small, nice glassed statue. If you have in your home, what you'll do, you'll take very nicely, gently, you'll take and you'll put it simply like that. If the same glass statue is there in your friend's house, what will you do? You from this hand to this hand, you'll jump it, you'll play game with that. Yes or no? Because you don't know the pain. If it is your thing, you know the pain. So of course, Naresh IT is giving the sandbox. You can also use that. But what I would suggest is, based on my experience, please try to create account by yourself. You need to have your personal account. So why meaning? In Naresh IT sandbox, you might be having few permissions issues because everything is not free, no? So some services you cannot use, some services you can do it. But if you have your own personal account, everything you can, because you are the king of that account. And also, as it is your account, you are careful on the billing also. So if it is your account, you will clearly see, sir, do I need to do that or not? You will ask me. If it is other account, so you don't know the pain and you don't get the problem of the cost related things. But in real time, you should aware about the cost also. So what I would recommend is, so please go ahead and then set up a AWS account by tomorrow, because we'll be doing the practicals there. Okay. So it's very simple. And those who have already an account created, it should be less than 1 year. If it is more than 1 year, that account will not come under the free tier. Okay, Afroz. And Sonu Ruhan. So they are in Canada and they are in US. Doesn't matter whether you are wherever you are in entire world, AWS account is same. So how many regions are there? 37 almost regions are there. As we are in India, which region we will be using it? As Rohan and then Sonu is in US and Canada, which region they will be using it? That's it, simple. But everything is shame to shame. Same to same. Understood? So everything is same. But make sure that account should be less than 1 year, because AWS is giving how many years free? 1 year free. So what, and we'll use that 1 year free tier account, and then we'll be doing a lot of practicals inside it. Okay, Nana? Okay. Don't worry, guys. If you're in North Virginia, if you're in Cali, if you're in Bali, if you're in Uganda, if you're in Zimbabwe, wherever you are, no problem at all. Account is same. Oh, Cali in California. We are from India, so we don't know that about it. Guys, see California, okay? Okay. Guys, Rahman, I told you, please don't use 1 year. So he's asking, after 1 year, how many AWS charge? Why do you worry about that? What did I told? Less than 1 year, I should say. No, why you are worried about after 1 year? Right? So after remember how AWS will charge, I'll teach that all those things. Don't worry. So I said, create an account today or tomorrow. By tomorrow, you come to class, make sure that you have that. And by the way, they will ask, while setting up the account, they will ask the card details. You can provide your credit card details, debit card details, everything is okay, good. RuPay cards, thank you. RuPay cards sometimes will not work. So use Visa, Master. Apart from that, anything you can use. Correct, correct. And also, your card should have international transactions should be enabled. First, most of the time by default, let's check it. So if it is not working, please make sure your card should have international access. You can do it from internet banking also, right? Internet banking, you have the card section is there. There you can have daily transactions, international, you just need to enable it. You can use the same cards also, no problem. Okay, Nana? Okay? Okay, see. Now let's jump on today's topic. So, assume that you guys are joined in some company. Assume that let's say we are in one company, Boom Company. Which company? Boom Company. I'm the manager of that Boom Company. And assume that you are all joined in my company. Now tell me, when you joined in my company, Will you use your personal account or will you use a company account? Okay. Huh? Yes, company account. So first I need to set up company account, right? Like how you're setting up your own account. First I need to create my company account. So I created a company account, main account. Should I give that main account to you or should I create users in my account? Yes or no? So will you are setting up your AWS account. Will you give your user, you will give your Gmail ID and password to me to access? No. So if you want to give me to access, what you will create? Users you will create inside your account. So which is the service in AWS where you can create this type of users is IAM, Identity and Access Management. Identity and Access Management. So let's start with this. IAM. What's the full form, Nana? Identity and Access Management. So in IAM, Nana, which is a service where you can create users? IAM. As you're creating the users in IAM, what are those users called? IAM users. What are the users called? IAM. You can call these as user also. You can call it as account also. No problem. Okay. By the way, firstly, you're setting up your own account, right? That is a main account or not? Inside that, you will create the IAM users. So that main account, we call it as a root account. What we call? So there are two types of accounts now. What are those? Root account and then IAM account. Or you can call it as user also. Root user, IAM user. So the one which you are setting up, the main one, we call it as root account. How are you signing up? Using your email ID, no? Yes or no? Using your email ID, you will sign up. And once you sign up, you go to IAM service and then there you create the IAM users. Let's say Funny has his own root account. He has set up his own account. So I asked, hey, Funny, I want to access your account. Will you give your email and password to me? No. What will you do? Create a IAM user. He will create an IAM user in his account called Riaz, and then he will give it to me. So I will be logging into his account. So I am the IAM user. He is the root user. Can we create multiple IAM users like this? Yes. We can create multiple IAM users. And also, yeah, root user can be your company account also. Fine. Let's say, Nana, so I have my root account in my company, and you need to access my account. So what I need to do, I need to create a IAM users. Let's say you're all 100, 130 people are there. For everyone, I'll create an IAM users in my account. Yes or no? Let's say I create an IAM user called Funny and Harish. I create an IAM user. I want Funny, when I create an IAM user called Funny, what kind of permissions I should give? I need to give permissions, no? That what he need to give, what he need to access in my account. Let's say what kind of service we need to give access to him, for example. EC2. So for Funny, I'll give EC2 permissions. So whenever he logged into my account, he can access only EC2. Now Harish is there. I create an IAM user called Harish. And I'll give what permissions? S3. So whenever he log into my account, what kind of permissions that he'll get? Only S3. Can he access EC2? No. So can we control our account using like this? So this IAM meaning you can control the entire AWS using IAM users by providing proper permissions to IAM users. Can I give full access also? Let's say, what is your name? Ravi. So we have Ravi here. So I create an IAM user called Ravi. Can I give admin permissions for him? Yes. If he is admin, do you have any restrictions in my account? Everything he can access. You getting it? So now there are two types of account. What are those, Nana? Root account and then IAM account or IAM users, you can say. So what you can do is you can control the entire AWS using IAM by providing proper permissions to the IAM user. Agree, Nana? So there are two type of users, or you can call it as accounts. What are the two types of accounts we have? The root account, IAM. Or you can call it as root user or IAM. So who has full permissions? The root user. So root user has full permissions. That meaning, can you say he is a super user? Super user meaning he has full permissions. Whereas IAM user has full permissions or limited permissions. IAM user has limited permissions. Okay. Now, how are you logging into the root user using? Yes, login with email and then password. And how you're logging to the IAM user? Login with user. Logging with the username and then password. No, email ID is different, username is different. Yes or no? I'll tell you the reason. See, I'll create an IAM user. Tell me names here. We have Funny is there. Harish, Ravi. Next, Mahesh, right? Yeah, or Sonu and Ruhan. Okay, example. So here we have Funny. Na? You tell me, for Funny, what kind of permissions we'll give? For Funny, what kind of permissions? What kind of service we can give? Easy to. Okay. For Harish, what kind of permissions? Yes, 3. Very good. And for Ravi, what kind of permissions? Black storage. LS. Okay. No. Okay. Which another service? Tell me. EFS. For Mahesh, Beanstack. For Sonu. You know the services now. Tell me. CloudFront. For Ruhan, can I give admin? Can I give admin permissions? You're getting it? You're getting it? So now we are able to see, identify the services. That is the power of overview they have done. If you have not covered the overview, do you know what is S3? Do you know what is RDS? Do you know what is CloudFront? Do you know any service? Nothing. So when I talk about IAM, I need to talk about only IAM. You will not know about any other service. So that is the thing that I have covered the overview. Okay, Nana. Now question for you here is, you see what are those users called? IAM users. What are those users called? IAM users. Now, I'm asking you a question. Think carefully and answer it. Who has permissions to launch EC2 instances? Think and answer, I'm saying. What is your answer? Ruhan and Funny. Fantastic answer. So immediately what you said, Funny you said. Funny, of course, he has the EC2 permissions, but as Ruhan has admin permissions, he can also do it. Okay, now who can create the buckets? Ruhan and Harish. Understood? So, okay, let's say, for example, Rajesh is there, for example. Rajesh, I have given IAM permission. I have not written there, but Rajesh, IAM permissions. Now tell me, who has permissions to create IAM users? Ruhan and Rajesh. Yes or no? Rajesh is also an IAM user, but can he create another IAM user? Yes, if he has permissions. Simple. It is all about permissions. It's all about, but if the Rajesh has IAM service permissions, he can create anything in IAM. Okay. So one IAM user can create another IAM user? Possible. Because he need to have the permissions. No. Of course, he can. If he has full permissions, he can. He can. But remember, okay, there is a question. Rajesh can delete Ruhan. By the way, you can think it of deleting, but in real time, can we delete it? We don't delete it out. We don't do that kind of things. But the thing is here, see, Rajesh has IAM full access. Ruhan has admin access. So Rajesh can delete Ruhan? Yes, because he has a full IAM permissions. He has full IAM permissions. So if you need to have this kind of restrictions, we'll talk when we go deeper into IAM classes. We'll talk more about how we control things. Okay. We have a concept called policies. What's that? So we can write our own individual policies to control the users. There is a question here. Admin meaning he is a root account. Admin and root account both are same or different? Then why we call it as root to admin? So I'll tell you this. See, I'll tell you maximum 99% it is same. 99% it is same. But the difference, main difference between root user and admin user is admin user except billing. So root account has anyhow full permissions, but admin account also has a full permissions, except he cannot see the card details, he cannot see the billing, he cannot do nothing in the billing side. Rest everything. That's a major difference between root and admin. Okay. Nice, Nana. So can I say this is a parent account? What is the parent account? Parent account is a root account. Root. Child accounts are nothing but IAM user. So IAM user 1, IAM user 2. Like this, you can create so many IAM users. Okay, Nana? So all in all, IAM meaning, can we say it is an access control on AWS? It's a access control on AWS resources. AWS resources to the users. So can we say IAM meaning, in other words, it's an access control on AWS resources. What is a resource? EC2 is a resource. S3 is a resource. S3 buckets are a resource. Load balancer is a resource. Everything that we create in AWS is a resource. So these users, IAM users, whether they can access that resource, you can control it using IAM. Okay, now? Is it clear online? Till here, everyone, please. Okay, nice. Okay, fine. Now, I'll tell you one scenario. Now you join the company. You are the AWS engineer. Now you join the company. Not small company, it's a very big company. Very big company. In that big company, that company has a root account or not? Okay, that company has a root account. Good. The company has a root account. And in that company, do you have only one department or multiple departments? Multiple departments. Okay. What are the departments example? Okay. For example, here, DevOps department will be there. Developers will be there. Support is also there. And then testing team is also there. So as I don't have space, I am not writing all the departments here. So company, assume in each account or in each department, you have hundreds of employees. Hundreds. Now tell me, how many accounts you have at the moment? One account. With one account, can you manage these multiple departments? Okay. You have only one account. And then in DevOps, 200 people. Developers, 300 people. Support, 500 people. Testing, 600 people. Will you handle all these users in one account? Possible, but can you do it? Possible, but you will go mad. Definitely, you will go mad. Because you have only one root account, no? Is it possible to handle these many thousands of IAM users in one root account? Every user you need to create. For every user you need to give the permissions. For everything you need to do it only in one account. Is it managing? Basically, he will go mad for sure. Instead of that, can I ask to create their own root accounts? So I will ask a DevOps guy manager to create his own account. Everyone will create their own root accounts. Now, that root account is completely managed by DevOps. And developer root account will be managed by. So as I am here, basically assume I'm CEO or CFO, financial officer. Do I need to now, my load is decreased or not? Yes or no? You are the big manager and you no need to handle these many things now because individual department is handling their own root accounts. Yes or no? But as a CFO, as a big manager, don't you need to control these accounts? We need to control or we don't need to control? Because just imagine DevOps manager is there. Can he do however he want? And can he send me the bill with $10,000, $20,000 per month, however he want? No. As a company account guy, I need to have control on all these root accounts or not? I have different departments and different departments has individual root accounts. But as a main guy, I need to control all these root accounts. So guys, you can do this using a concept called organizations. What is the concept? Organizations. What is it, Nana? Organizations. So in organizations, you will have main one root account. And that root account, I call it as management account. What account? Management. And all this bottom, we call it as member account. What is it? Member accounts. So how many management account will be there? One management account. How many member accounts? Multiple. Now, so now what I do is, as from the management account, I can control all these member accounts. So guys, see here, very important thing is, the DevOps account has its own root account. Even though it has a root account, I will not give full access because I'm controlling it. I can give only IAM and EC2 permissions. That's it. Can I control it? So whichever the services DevOps guys are using, I'll give only those service permissions. And for developers, tell me developer, Lambda. For support people, I'll give admin permissions. And for testing, I'll give example. Can I control it? Can I control it? I can control it. So you can control it using a concept called SCP. SCP meaning Service Control Policies. What is that, Nana? Service Control Policies. You can control it using SCP. You understand the concept? So I'm giving the summary. If you have very big company and you cannot manage the entire company with only one root account. So what you need to do is ask your individual team members or individual department to create the root accounts, and we can manage that entire, we can control that entire root account centrally using one main root account, that is the management account. And from that management, and by the way, who will need to pay the bill of DevOps account? Which account? Management account only. So I have control. I will be taking care of all these root accounts and I will be paying bill for all these root accounts because I'm the member account. So all these root accounts has joined my organization. Let's say Funny is there. Funny has his own account, right? Can I invite him to join my organization? Yes. If he join my organizations, what I can do? I can control his account. But who need to pay the bill? I need to pay the bill. So if I am paying the bill, I can give the limited access to him or not. What he can do, only those things I can give. Unnecessary things I will not give. Understood? So what is this concept here? Organizations. How do you, guys, how do you manage the root accounts? Using service control policies. What is that? Service control policies. So organizations handles or control multiple root accounts for better management. Agree, Nana? So what is the service here? Organizations. Sir, can DevOps team root account can detach from management account without informing? So they can so yes, you can leave. You can leave the organizations anytime. Harsha, yes. Is it clear, guys? Online? Okay, Nana, clear? Organizations concept? Next. What is the full form of SES? SES. Simple email service. Very good. SNS. Simple notification service. SQS. Understood? Right? You know SQS. What is that? Simple queue service. This is a developer's service. But why I'm putting this here is no possibility of IAMs without root. No, Shiv, no. As a parent and child. So guys, why I wrote here SQS is SQS is the first service launched by AWS. Which is the first service launched by the AWS? SQS. That is the first service launched by AWS. And there is a question from Pawan. So difference between organizations and SCP. Organizations is a service. How we have EC2, S3 and all? Organizations is a service. And in that organizations, you are controlling multiple root accounts, no? How are you controlling? Using SCP. Those are policies using SCPs. Okay, Pawan? So here, this is the first service, okay, launched by AWS. Okay, now you have your friends batch, no? Generally, you have your friends batch. You have friends. In that batch, there will be one person all the time who will give you advices. Yes or no? Yes or no? That worst fellow will be there all the time. What he'll come is, hey, Macha, don't do this, do that, don't do that. Huh? Because these are free advices, no? So, of course, that guy will give you for the better thing also, correct? What that guy is doing, he is giving you advices. Here also in AWS, whatever the things that you are doing in AWS, if something goes wrong or something you're not doing correct, or if you're launching the EC2 just like however you want, someone should advise you or not. There is a service called Trusted Advisor. What is that? Advisor. So Trusted Advisor is a guy who will advise you and you can trust him. Let's say you have launched a big machine and you are not using it. This Trusted Advisor will tell you, Are Babu, you have launched a big machine, you are not using unnecessarily, you are paying the bill. So these kind of advices will be given by the Trusted Advisor. And in one bill, can we know how much each member would earn? Yes, of course. Saurabh, we can do that. The categorizations will be there. And who is inspector? No, generally. Generally, who is inspector? SI. What inspector will do? Generally, what police inspector will do? He inspects the area or not. So we have here KPHP here. What will do? KPHP, Kukatpalli, SI will here. What he'll do? He'll take care of this area or not? So any thieves are coming, any security issues, anything, everything he will take care of. He'll inspects. Similarly, in AWS also, there is a service who will inspect your environment automatically in the backend. If something hackers are coming or some kind of security issues are there and something you have opened to everyone, right? All these kind of security issues can be checked using AWS Inspector. AWS Inspector. Is it clear till here, everyone? CC? Okay, guys. See, I'm telling you one real-time thing here. What is this? EC2 instance. EC2 instance. Assume what you did is, you customer said, hey Babu, launch one EC2 instance. And what you did, you went and launched the EC2 instance, which is having how much GB RAM? 4 GB RAM and 2 CPUs for it, virtual CPUs. So this is the thing. What you did is, you launched the EC2 instance, you left home. You went home in the night. And all of a sudden, many customers, lot of traffic came to this EC2 instance. What will happen? What will happen? What will happen generally? Tell me. Server is down or server crash. So then this EC2 instance will send an notification to you as an AWS. Who launched? You only launched, no? So this EC2 instance will send an email to you. Arevo AWS admin, comma. You have launched me EC2. You have launched me in the night with only 4 GB RAM, only 2 CPUs, and you left home for sleeping. All of a sudden, customers started accessing me, and my heartbeat, pulse, sugar levels, BP, everything got increased. I cannot do anything now. I'm gonna die. Itlu, Shravani. Huh? So EC2 instance will send a suicide letter. Guys, so is it good to be like this? There should be someone who should monitor this or not. Is it possible for you to monitor every second? Is it possible for you? Will you sit in front of it and then monitor every minute, every second, every hour? No. There should be someone who should be monitoring behalf of you. Right? So for that reason, AWS came up with a service called Cloudwatch. What's that? Cloudwatch. So this Cloudwatch, what it will do? It will monitor your EC2 instances. Not only EC2 instances, Cloudwatch will monitor all AWS services. It monitors EC2, it monitors S3, it monitors Route 53, it monitors RDS, it monitors whichever the service that we have learned, everything will be monitored centrally by whom? Cloudwatch. Who is the guy? Cloudwatch. What is doing? Watching. Watching is nothing but monitoring. Watching is nothing but monitoring. Got this? Okay. So, question for you is, Cloudwatch will monitor only EC2 or all AWS resources? Fantastic. I'll start writing here. Cloudwatch is used to monitor all AWS resources. Like, give me an example. EC2 or load balancer is there. S3 is there. RDS is there. Beanstack, everything, Lambda, everything will be monitored by the Cloudwatch. Okay, let's say for example, Chiti, now you want to wake up early morning at 4 o'clock. What will you do? What will you do? You take a watch and you put a alarm, but it should alarm or should be rolling on the matter. So alarm. So of course, okay, let's go with alarm only. Okay, alarm. Okay, you create what here? Alarm. US people are also there. No, they feel bad if I say alarm. So call it as alarm. Okay, by the way. So watch is there and you put alarm. You put an alarm at 4 o'clock. Tell me, does alarm will ring before 4 o'clock? Will alarm will ring after 4 o'clock? Exactly. You have given a threshold value. What value? Threshold value. You have given a threshold value as 4 o'clock. Exactly that touch, then only it will trigger. Yes or no? So who is doing the work? Watch or alarm? Who is doing the work? Alarm is doing the work. Watch is just, it's a watch. Here, watch is nothing but Cloudwatch. In CloudWatch is just a service. But who is the guy who need to work? Alarm. Here also we have a concept called alarm. How we have watch and alarm? Here also CloudWatch alarm. So if you want to monitor any resource, let's take EC2 instance. Can we create alarm for it? Yes. So what do you monitor, Nana? Let's say here using CloudWatch. Can I say that if the CPU utilization, what is that? Nana, how we have BP levels, how we have sugar levels, all these things. Here also for EC2 instance, CPU, memory, all these are all levels. We call it as metrics. What is that? Metrics. Can we say CPU is also one metric? Yes. Now, how do you monitor one machine? How do you monitor your laptop? If laptop is very slow, what do you check? Delete temporary files. Huh? But in Task Manager, what will you do? You check the memory, you check the CPU. If the CPU levels are going 100% or memory levels are going high or not. If the CPU levels are high, memory levels are high, obviously laptop will become very slow. That meaning why it is going CPU 100 or high levels, because you are doing some work inside it, which is taking a lot of CPU and memory. Here also, assume that if so many people started accessing it, let's say you create an alarm saying that if the CPU utilization is going greater than 90%, we should get a notification or not. When you're sleeping home, when you're not there at also, what you do, if you want to monitor this EC2 instance, not only EC2, any resource. If you monitor a resource, what you do, you create an alarm and give the metric with the threshold value. And just go home. And now all of a sudden, suddenly CPU is 95% now. Alarm will trigger or not? So, and what you get? You get a notification. Which is the service used to send a notification? Which is the service? Which is the service used to send? Which is the service used to send a notification? SNS. Which one? SN. Chitin, now how we are able to answer? How do you know SNS? Because of overview or not? Yes or no? See how the services are getting integrated or not? So if we talk about only one service, you cannot integrate with others. So if I don't talk about overview, then if I say like this, I need to talk about SNS here now. So which is the service used to send a notification? SNS. So you can get either an email or you can get a SMS also. Ting, your phone will ring. You ring it, and then here, yeah, thank you. No, so no. SCS is used for sending emails like your Exchange server. Have you heard about SMTP? It's an email service. Notification is different, email is different. So notification meaning sending a notification which contain email only. But who is sending emails? SNS is to send notifications, but sending emails will be by SCS. That is we call it as Microsoft Exchange server is there, but let's not go there. Okay, that's the difference. But do you understand, Nana? So in CloudWatch, what do we create? We create alarms. And then we have metrics. What type of metrics you have? CPU you can check, network you can check, disk you can check, and then request count you check, etc., etc. Request count, etc. You can check it. All these are all called what? Metrics. So in CloudWatch, we create alarms to monitor AWS resources. So what does the CloudWatch monitor? CloudWatch monitor performance or not? So CloudWatch monitors the performance. Not only EC2, any resource. Okay. So now, Nana, here there are two types of monitoring. How many types of monitorings are there? Two types. We call it as basic monitoring, detailed monitoring. Say that. Basic monitoring, detailed monitoring. Say that one more time. Basic monitoring meaning, let's say, if you want to monitor your laptop, if you want to check the CPU levels, what we do, you go to the task manager, and then it will give the graph or not. It will give the graph or not. In that graph, you have the data points. Okay, now morning 9 o'clock, you got CPU utilization 70%. The next data point is, let's say 9:05, 9:10. Every 5 minutes, it will give the data points. Yes or no? So basic monitoring meaning, here also Cloudwatch, there are two types of monitoring, basic monitoring, detailed monitoring. Basic monitoring will give you the data points every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, and that is free. AWS is doing the monitoring for all AWS resources every 5 minutes, and it is free. And if you want every 1 minute, then go for detailed monitoring. Which one? Detailed monitoring. So data points is every 1 minute. Every 1 minute, and it is billable. It is billable. Which one is default? Basic monitoring. What is the data points interval time? 5 minutes. So here, basic monitoring. So basic monitoring meaning you will get the data points every 5 minutes, which is free, and it is by default. And what is another monitoring? Detailed monitoring. You will get the data points every 1 minute. Is it free? No, it is billable. And it's not. Not clear? Two types of monitoring. Let's say this is a you'll get this. You get like this or not? On the console, shift. So basic monitoring, detailed monitoring you have. Basic monitoring meaning, let's say 9 o'clock, you got it, Nana. What is the next data point you will get? At what time? 9:05. Next is 9:10. Next is 9:15, 9:20. Like this, you will get the data points. If it is detailed, Nana, 9:01, 9:02, 9:03, 9:04. Like this, you will get it. So that's the difference. Is it clear? Okay. Okay. Let's say you have an EC2 instance with 4 GB RAM. Cloudwatch is monitoring 4 GB like this. It will put the eyes to the 4 GB. It will monitor what is happening. So all of a sudden you have changed this 4 GB to 8 GB. Does Cloudwatch will know this? Answer is no. Cloudwatch will not know the changes. Whatever is there, it will just monitor. Right? You will tell, hey, Babu, stand here. Funny is there. I'm Cloudwatch. Funny is standing here. I'm Cloudwatch. I'll just see Funny. That's it. I don't know that is Funny or Shiva. Or I don't know that is Funny or Harisha. I don't know. There is one person there. I need to monitor. That's it. If there is a change, if Funny left and Harish came, do I know Cloudwatch? No. I just need to monitor your BP levels. That's it. But if you want to monitor the change, there is a separate service for it. That is called config. What is that? Config. What is that, Nana? Config. If you want to monitor the changes, then there is a service called config. Config monitors the changes in AWS resources. Config monitor the changes in AWS resources. And also, CTC, all you people, you're logged into my account. All you people, you logged into my AWS account. And you are working, you creating that, this, so many things you are creating. Right? All of a sudden, someone terminated one of the EC2 instance. All of a sudden, someone terminated my EC2 instance. I got very angry. I called all the people in the one room. Hey, come. Tell me, who terminated the EC2 instance? Funny, you? Harish, you? Ravi, you? Mother promise, sir. No. Please, sir. Don't tell me. No, sir. I'm not. Anyone will agree? No one will agree, no? If you delete also, no one will. If you terminate also, no one will agree. But guys, you no need to tell me you have deleted or you have done something there or not. There is one service, everything is getting recorded. Right? Whatever you do in AWS, in console, whatever action that you do, whatever click you do, whatever you create, whatever you terminate, whatever you modify, sorry, whatever you do, anything in AWS, everything, all the events are getting recorded, or all the API calls are getting recorded somewhere. And that service, we call it as Cloud Trail. What is that? Cloud Trail. Say that. Cloud Trail. So Cloud Trail, this is also using for monitor purpose, but it monitors entire AWS environment. What does monitor? It monitors everything, Nana. What does it do? It will record whatever you're doing. It is used for monitor purpose. It is used for tracking purpose. It is used for investigating purpose, right? Auditing purpose, logs, etc. Everything will be there in the Cloud Trail. Nana, in your laptop also you have Event Viewer. Similarly, all the logs here also, it is like an event logger. Everything that you do will be recorded in Cloud Trail. Inspector will inspect, he will not do anything. So no. Cloud Trail is the guy where everything is getting recorded, but inspector will not record. If you want, he will inspect, that's it. Okay, so is it clear the difference between Cloudwatch, config, Cloud Trail? Everyone? Online? Is this clear? Or you want one funny example? Event bridge. That is different. That is. Example will help, huh? Okay. See. But you need to take it easy. Huh? You need to take it easy. Okay? Okay, fine. How many of you habit of going to gym? Gym. Good, that one girl is also there. Okay? There's many people. Or not every day, at least have you been into the gym? At least for 1 month? We'll take the package for 6 months, but we'll go only for 1 month. So I was also a gym guy only, right? So, not now. Don't see my... Sir, you said gym, where are you? You little bit, huh? Okay, see. But I'll tell you what has happened with me. You tell me whether it has happened with you also or not. At least you have seen that or not. Okay, ma? So whenever you go to the gym, you have the trainer will be there. Coach will be there. Trainer will be there. Who is there, Anna? Trainer. Trainer will be there. Trainer will be there. This is the gym. So if you go to the gym, the trainer will be there, and what he'll do? You'll say, good morning, trainer. He'll say, good morning. Tell me, trainer, what should I do? And he will tell, go and do the first sit-ups, push-ups, do the warm-up, and then do treadmill for 20 minutes, cycling for 20 minutes, pull-up, push-ups, everything he'll say. After that, oh, what we'll do? Okay, sir, he said, and then we started doing it. After that, we do the biceps, triceps, hips, shoulders, whichever you want. Let's say you are lifting it. Weights, you are lifting it. we have this habit. Okay, let's assume that you are weightlifting. Either it can be shoulders, anything. You are weightlifting. It's a 35 to 40 kilos. You're weightlifting. Guys, when you're doing the lifting, you will be dying to lift. Yes or no? You'll do weightlifting. You're putting weightlifting here. And the trainer will be watching from long. And he'll do, come on, do it. You have to do it. Macha, do. He'll start shouting it. Yes or no? Yes or no? But I wonder, next to me, there is one girl. And she's weightlifting 2 kilograms of dumbbell. And the trainer will come from there running and come and he'll give the support. Yes or no? Yes or no? Huh? Have you seen? I have seen many times. Right? Of course, men will be men. Huh? Yes or no? So no offense, but it's yes or no, mama? Tell me. Huh? Yes, no? See, girl is also saying yes. So here we have the girl. Here we have the girl. So what the trainer is doing? Trainer is closely monitoring the girl. Yes or no? Trainer is monitoring the performance of the girl, how she is doing and all. So now I would say here, trainer is Cloudwatch. Trainer is because he is watching closely, and girl is like a EC2. What the trainer is in? Training is monitoring the performance of the girl, no? And who is monitoring the performance of the EC2 instance here? Cloudwatch. And we have our nasty friends next to us. And also we have this habit. Tell me clearly, guys. Trainer will come and say, Babu, do 2 kilograms dumbbell, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yes or no? But what we'll do? Directly to, I will not go 20, but at least directly first 10, then you'll go 20 sometimes. Can trainer will monitor this? Who will monitor this? Our friend, our nasty friend who is next to us. And when trainer comes in, he will say, sir, trainer, he has missed 5 kilograms. Directly he went to 20. But trainer, what he'll come and then redo it, everything. Yes or no? So who is doing this? Who is monitoring the changes? Friend, no. Your friend is whom? Friend is config. Friend is config. Friend is config. Okay. So now, trainer is monitoring the performance of the girl. But there is someone who is monitoring the performance of the trainer also. CC camera. Yes or no? We have CCTV or not? And what is that CCTV here? CCTV is CloudTrail. So everything, whatever is happening inside the gym, everything is getting recorded in CloudTrail. If there's anything nasty things happen also, from where do you check? CCTV, that is CloudTrail. In AWS also, whatever anything nasty things that happen, CloudTrail need to check. First thing investigation purpose is CloudTrail. Any changes? Configure. Monitoring? Cloudwatch. Now you see the difference? Understood now? So if you take gym as an AWS, now you can understand. So that's the best example I can give. Okay, this is clear? Online is clear now? Looking like a wow. Huh? Nice. Good. So we have something called AWS support. Nana, if anything is not working in your home, let's say your internet or TV or anything, what do you do first? Customer care, no? That is the frustration place where you can leave your frustration, calling them and then shouting at them, right? So here also, if something is, you have some problem with AWS, not with AWS. If you have any problem with, let's say, some resources or any kind of things, if you want to contact AWS, you can create a ticket or create a case with the AWS. So here also we have different types of support levels are there. Number one, we call it as basic support, developer support, business support, and enterprise support. How many types are there? 4 types. What are those? Basic support, developer support, business support, enterprise support. So which one is free? When you're setting up the account, which support you need to select? Basic support. Don't select developer rest of the support because these support are billable. And enterprise support, you know how much you need to pay per month? $15,000 you need to pay per month. And the difference between all these things, we call it as SLA. What is that, Nana? Service level agreement. What is that? Let's say you are using internet called Geo, Act, Airtel, whichever it is. And let's say there is a different plan, 600,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. And there is a plan called 30,000 rupees. If internet will never go down, if it is something happen, within 10 minutes, we'll resolve it. But within 10 minutes, normally will they resolve? So that is called service level agreement. So they will give the agreement, they will give you the time. So if you are paying $15,000 per month for enterprise support, any kind of issue that you ask, 15 minutes, they will resolve. They will close the ticket. More money, more comfort. Clear, Anna? Is it clear? So, yes, from management console only we need to do. So guys, congratulations. We are done with the overview of the services. And there are also other services that at the, when we go forward, in between we'll cover all the services. But these are the main core services that we are covering it. Okay. So are you ready to see how the console look like? Huh? Yes or no? Yes or no? Where is Josh? Online. Yes, right? So for that, let me, as this is a new, we don't go deeper. I just want to show you how does it look like at least. So guys, I'm stopping the screen for a minute because I want to send an email. Just give me a minute, guys. Don't leave the class until I say. Okay. Online, can you please confirm? Can you see my screen now? Okay. So guys, are you ready now to see going to the AWS console? Ready, steady, go. Okay. To whom you're looking? Okay. So now, before going, I would say, don't panic. What is that? Don't panic. Why I say this, don't panic is, right? Don't panic is, guys, in our starting days, in my starting days, you know how the console looked like this. The console, guys, congratulations. You cannot see this console anymore because this is a console that was in starting days of AWS when I was using it. See, how does the console look like? Very nice, no? Color, color, color. Okay. So I'll tell you, I'll make you happy now. See, tell me yes or no whether you know or not. You know EC2, Lambda, S3, Storage Gateway, Glacier, CloudFront, RDS, DynamoDB, Elasticache, Redshift, VPC, Direct Connect, Route 53, IAM, Trusted Advisor, CloudTrail, Config, Cloudwatch, Beanstack, like this, SQS, SCS, SNS. See how many you learned? Even more will come. Aren't you happy by seeing these services that you know already? Right? So guys, now even I thought, okay, I know all these services, only few things are left. So if I learn that service, I will be master in AWS, I thought. So later, the console has been changed like this. I thought whoever is designing this console, maybe she or he doesn't like the colors. So they have removed the colors, I thought. That's fine completely. Then the console has been changed like this. Okay. Now I felt okay, but I noticed one dangerous thing. What is that? Scroll bar with more services. More services. So because AWS is number one in the market, and he wanted to be number one in the market all the time. So whatever technology it is coming in the market, everything is incorporating in the services. For that reason, number of services got increased. So the more hundreds of services are there. But the question is, do we need to learn all the services? 100% no. I'll tell you one thing to make you good, to give you good confidence. Even the AWS employee, I'm not talking about you and me, a AWS employee who is working in AWS, he will also not have exposure to all the services. He'll be working only with one service. Experienced people, back me up, please. Yes or no? Right? And then here, we are learning so many services. So whichever company that you go, and that services will get covered here. So you don't need to worry about all these things now. So everything will get here. The core services will get covered. Rest of the, let's say quickly I'm saying, so there is a concept called workspaces. So workspaces, etc. I'm saying, example, we are not covering it. But when you get a requirement, will you start creeping, sir is not discuss about the service? No. So guys, in real time, new things will come. But whatever is required to learn that new things, everything that will cover. Just in case if you get a new thing, what you need to explore. So in this course, what I do is I'll help you to how to explore things also. Suddenly you get a new requirement. New requirement will not always be a known thing. It will be a completely new thing itself. Whenever you get the new things, you should not get scared. It would start exploring and investigating. All of a sudden, some problem will come in front of you, Nana, personally also. Will you get scared? You will try to resolve that, no? So will you say that this problem was not before, I will not do it. I will not handle it. No, will not be like this. Okay. So what we'll do is from tomorrow. So now the trailer concept is done. The trailer concept is done. From tomorrow, we are entering into the picture, the movie. Out of all these services, which is the first service that we need to talk about? So many people will do this mistake, including other trainers. First of all, we should not talk about EC2. We need to talk about IAM. Because you need to secure your account or not? You need to create your account or not? You need to know how to create users, give the permissions, everything or not? Then we'll go to the EC2. So what I want you to do is, what you have to do is by tomorrow, keep your accounts ready. And guys, while setting up your account, problems might come because that I cannot help because that is related to your card details, right? And sometimes card payments will not happen. That you have to take care of it because I cannot give my card to everyone, right? So what you need to do is simply here, guys. So just go to Google and type AWS console sign up. Use free. Okay. And you see free cloud computing services, free tab. And I'm giving the URL to you. And do you see this here? Click a free account. So take this URL and click on free account and then just go with give the email ID, give some name here, account name, and click on verify email ID. And the email ID will come to your email, verify it, and then click on next, finish it off. You'll give first name, last name. Give it properly. Don't fake it because your account needs to work. Otherwise, your account will be suspended. And don't worry, billings and all, if you follow me, nothing will happen. Okay? No bill will come. Few less than 100 for the entire course. Meanwhile, we'll try to help you to get the sandbox also if required. But in that sandbox also, you can do it. Maximum you do it on the sandbox. But few things you cannot do it on the sandbox. That few things you do it in your account. We cannot skip that services that we cannot do. We need to do it, but do it in your own account. Thank you. Okay. Is it clear, Nana? Will you be ready with the setup by tomorrow? Super. Yes, sir. You are saying like soldiers. Huh? Are you ready? Wow. Very nice. Okay, Nana. So take the screenshots, please. Okay. And the second one. That's it. Those two. So is sandbox like IAM user, sir? Yes. Sandbox. You have your email ID and password. Naresh Shetty has your email ID and password, right? So with that email and password, they will set up an account. It's not an IAM user. It's a completely temporary account. Whenever you start open sandbox, automatically a temporary account will be opened with a limited access. And use it, and then that account will get deleted automatically after a few hours. Whenever you open it, it will be new for you. Okay. So because and that too I'm saying that also you can do it. But meanwhile, please concentrate more on your own account so that you will know the pain and you will know how to control the cost. You will know each and everything because it is your own account. That has to be there. In companies also, you cannot blindly go ahead and do everything, right? Similarly, how we are doing here, there also you need to do the same things. Okay. Good. Can you hear the final CC for today, please? CC.